and welcome back to my channel, TorAthena, where I am still filming from France and really struggling. Bonjour! And welcome to my channel, TorAthena, where I am still in France and struggling to make this little studio apartment that I am in look bright. I have every light on at the moment and I'm still struggling, and it won't stay in focus because it's too dark, and I'm just really sorry in general. But today I'm still managing to film, rain or shine, dark or bright, and I am reviewing the latest comic that I've picked up whilst in France, called Box Office Poison Colour Comics. This is written and drawn by Alex Robinson, and the colours are done by Pat and Lewis. Now, looking at the cover, this is a comic that did not capture my attention whatsoever. It actually looked very boring. It looked very cheaply produced, if I'm being honest. It just didn't look like a good comic, and it just didn't grab me. But I picked it up purely because it was an issue 1, and that's what I do, and I pick them up and I try and read them all and I review them. And I have to say, this is one of the few times that I was completely wrong. It's a fictitious story, but I can't help but feeling like it's motivated and inspired by real life or real life feelings. It's a story about this man who's a writer, and he's doing things and he's moving into a new apartment, and it keeps transitioning between timelines from past and present. And that's all I want to say, because I don't want to ruin everything for you, but he keeps fixating on certain parts of his life and how he's got to this part in his life, and it's all very, very brilliantly done. You don't really understand what's happening until about halfway through, but it's one of them that once you realize what's what and what time frame is what and what is going on and why it's going on, it just all comes together in a beautiful explosion and you just fall in love. It's incredible. I was not impressed with this comic. I was not excited by this comic, and then I closed it and my friend said, what do you think? And I went, I love it. I was totally blown away and turned around and sold on this comic, and I couldn't have been more wrong, and I'm so glad I picked it up. It's a really weird title, Box Office Poison Colour Comics, and I don't know if that's because the story that I've just read, because it's a very saturated story, it's a very heavy read, and you do get your money's worth. I don't know if that's going to continue in the second issue. I hope it does. I hope it's not some like it skips to a next chapter or it's a different storyline, because if it does, I think that would break my heart a bit and I wouldn't be as interested or invested. But I have to pick up the second issue to see where it goes. You also get much more value for money because at the back of the comic it has director's commentary where he's written about every page and his thoughts behind it and his reasons for it, and I just think it's a brilliant extra that he didn't have to do, but it does make you feel like you get more for your money and you get to understand the story more and make you love it more. I wasn't exactly sold on the art originally, but the more I read it, the more I loved it. It went hand in hand with the very raw, gritty story that's being told in the story, and it makes it, I don't know, it just has this vibe of it was originally sketched in a notebook and then it's been turned into a comic because this is a story the artist had to tell, and I just love it. But yeah, that's pretty much from me overall. I really love this comic. I feel so bad to admit that I wasn't sold on it at first, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Did anyone else pick up this comic? I feel like this is a comic that would have very much went under the radar, so I really want to know anyone else who picked it up. What did you think of it? Were you the same as me? Were you not that sold on it? Or did you already know that you'd like it? Let me know, comment below. I love talking about comics. And if you haven't already, please like this video because it really does help me out. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe because I do geeky videos every day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.